During this sequence, set an intention for your practice. The intention might be to focus on your breath. It might be to offer yourself kindness, go easy on yourself today. It might be to push yourself a little further. Or maybe you want to notice the role of your mind versus the role of your body in the practice. Or something entirely different. But pause here and set an intention for your practice. Something that resonates with you, that will support you during our sequence. Make your way onto all fours, coming into tabletop. Inhaling, lower your chest and belly, open your chest, arching your back. Exhale, lift your spine up, rounding your back. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, round. Come to a neutral spine and walk your knees together. Keeping your hands roughly below your shoulders, straighten your right leg behind you. Lower that right hip so it's level with your left. Extend your left arm forward. Lower your left hand to the mat, keeping your hips as level and still as you can. Draw your right knee and touch your right elbow. Straighten that right leg and touch the elbow. And back and forward. Just moving slowly with control. A strong core helps. Strong lifted leg. And now straighten the leg, pause here, and lower your right foot to the mat. Pressing the toes into the mat, push that heel back. And then lower the right knee to the mat and straighten the left leg. Lower that left hip so it's level with your right. And extend the right arm forward. Lower your right hand to the mat. Slowly with control, bring that left knee forward to touch the left elbow. And back. And forward. Back. Just moving forward and back with strength and slowly. And then extend that leg and pause. Lower the toes to the mat and gently push the heel back. Lower the left knee. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands forward a couple of inches. Lift your knees up off the mat. Engage your core and lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Maybe your knees start bent at first. Maybe you straighten one leg, the other, and perhaps both. Bend your knees and walk your feet forward to your hands. As you exhale, fold forward. Hands might dangle, maybe they reach the mat. Inhale, rise all the way to standing, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, lower both hands to the mat. Place both hands on the mat, spread your fingers wide, and step back to plank pose, Palakasana. Pause here, soft shoulders, relax your shoulders, strong core. Now roll onto your left foot. Option to place your right foot onto the mat or right leg straight and reach your right arm up. Lower that right hand to the mat, coming back to plank pose. Now roll onto the outside of your right foot. Maybe left foot comes in front or left arm can come up. Lower your left hand and toes to the mat. With a strong core, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Play with straightening one leg, maybe the other, and just walking out the downward facing dog, energetically pushing the mat away from you with your fingertips. Wrists are light. Bend your knees and walk your feet forward to your hands. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Feet hip distance apart. Step your right foot straight back behind you. Hands on hips. Bend that left knee, right hip forward. Left foot is flat into the mat. Draw your belly and rib cage in. Inhale, your arms up over your head. Reflect on the intention you set for this practice. Breathe here. Lower both hands to the mat. Step the right foot back as far as you can, and then gently soften the hips towards the mat. Keep that right knee lifted. Maybe if you can, keep that right leg straight. Let the hips sink towards the mat. And bend the right knee and step that foot forward beside the left and fold. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Step your left foot straight back behind you. Hands on hips. Bend the right knee. Bring the left hip forward. Left heel can come up or stay down with the toes pointed out. Inhale, your arms up over your head. Maybe straighten that left leg. Perhaps deepen the lunge. Strong core. Lower your shoulders away from your ears. Remember your breath. And lower both hands to the mat and step your left foot back as far as you can and soften the hips towards the mat. If you have blocks, you can put your hands on blocks. Think of straightening that left leg. And bend the left knee and step that left foot forward beside the right. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, inhale your arms up. Exhale, engage the core to fold. Inhale, engage the core to come halfway up. Exhale to Uttanasana. Both hands on the mat, spread your fingers wide, and step back to plank pose. Elbows appear straight, but there's a micro bend in the elbows. Can you relax your upper back while engaging your core? Think of sending your heels back behind you, lengthening your spine. Take a deep inhale here. Exhaling, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Any version that's right for you. Knees might be bent. Maybe they straighten. But keep the back nice and straight and long. On your next exhale, slowly take the whole breath to come forward to plank pose. On the next exhale, slowly lift back up to downward facing dog. Exhale forward to plank pose and pause here. Roll onto the outside of the left foot. Right foot maybe on the mat in front or on top of the left, and reach your right arm up. Lower that right hand to the mat, coming back to plank pose. Roll on to the other side. The right foot on the mat. Maybe left foot comes in front. Left arm comes up. Lower that left hand. Lift up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees and walk your feet forward to your hands. As you exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, reach your hips up a little higher. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Take your feet, your heels a little wider than your hips, and pivot on your heels and send your toes out. Place your hands on your hips. Keep your shoulders directly above your hips. Nice straight spine. Bend your knees. And now adjust your feet so your knees and feet are moving out in the same direction. Engage your core. Draw your rib cage in. Bring your arms in an L-shaped position. Maybe sit more deeply in Utkatta Konasana, goddess pose. We'll be here for a few breaths, maybe sitting more deeply. As we sink into this pose, reflect on your intention. Honor it. Couple more breaths. And slowly lower your arms and use your whole breath to come back up to standing. Pivot on your toes and send your heels out. Inhaling, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, engage your core, keep your spine straight to fold forward halfway. Pause. On your next exhale, slowly rise back up. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, fold halfway. Exhale, come on back up. And lower your arms. Pivot on your toes and bring your heels in. Arms in an L-shaped position. Bend your knees. Lower your shoulders away from your ears. Think elbows back. Toes are soft. Maybe sit more deeply. Just a few more breaths. Just breathe. Soften into the pose. One more breath. Slowly lower your arms. Straighten your legs. And slowly walk your feet together. Thank you for practicing today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.